There's a letter landing in Florida condo mailboxes right now that starts with two words, special assessment, and ends with a number that looks like a down payment on a whole other house. $68,000, 40,000, sometimes more. If that letter is sitting on your kitchen counter right now, or you're scared the next board meeting is going to produce one, this video is for you. I'm going to show you exactly why this is happening, what really happens if you can't pay it, and the three ways out, with real numbers for all three. I'm Anthony Astolfi, the owner of Home Rescue Team and a licensed Florida real estate agent. I talk to South Florida condo owners every single week, and I promise you, you are not the only one holding one of these letters. So why is this happening now? After the Surfside collapse, Florida changed the rules, and these past 2 years is when those rules started to bite. Two big changes. Number one, if your building is 3 stories or taller and it's hit 30 years old, 25 near the coast, it must pass a milestone structural inspection. No more postponing it. Number two, your association must now fully fund its reserves based on a structural integrity study. For decades, boards kept your fees low by voting to waive reserves every year. That is now illegal. So here's what happens. A building that deferred maintenance for 30 years gets the inspection and finds the concrete, the roof, and the plumbing all need fixing at once. And the only place that money can come from is you, the unit owners. That's the special assessment. It's not your board being greedy. It's 30 years of skipped bills arriving in one envelope. And what you do in the next few months can be the difference between walking away with your equity or losing the unit entirely. Let me show you. So what actually happens if you just can't pay it? Nobody explains this part gently, so I'll just say it straight. An unpaid special assessment works exactly like unpaid HOA fees. The association can put a lien on your unit. And in Florida, an association can foreclose on that lien. Late fees and interest stack on top while you wait. And here's the trap almost nobody sees coming. Even if you decide to sell the normal way, a building with a big open assessment or a failed inspection is nearly impossible for a buyer to finance. Banks don't just underwrite the buyer anymore. They underwrite the building, low reserves, open assessment, pending litigation, no loan, which means your buyer pool was already mostly cash buyers. You just didn't know it yet. So let's talk about your 3 real exits. Exit 1, pay it. A payment plan with the association, or a home equity loan if you have the equity and the income. And listen, I'll say this plainly. If you can carry it comfortably and the building is genuinely fixing itself, keeping your condo can be the right answer. Exit 2, list it on the open market. Totally legitimate. I'm a licensed agent. I can list it for you. But you must disclose the assessment. Your buyer has to survive the bank's building review, and you keep paying the HOA and the installments every month it sits. Plan on months, and a real chance the deal dies at the lender. Exit 3, sell for cash, as is, assessment, and all. A buyer like us takes the unit with the assessment, with the liens, the whole situation, and closes in weeks. You stop the bleeding immediately and you leave with certainty. And to be clear, we are not a foreclosure rescue or loan modification company. We're buyers. Which exit wins? That depends on one thing, your carrying power. Let me show you with real numbers. Let me make this real. These numbers are an illustrative example, built from real buildings we've seen in Hallandale and Fort Lauderdale, but every building is different. Meet Maria, 2-bed, 2-bath in a 1985 building. In a clean building, her unit would be worth about $260,000. She owes $85,000 on the mortgage. Then the letter comes. $68,000 assessment, has about $2,800 a month for 2 years, on top of her HOA, which just jumped from $650 to $940. Maria's retired. Fixed income. Her paid-down condo now costs almost $4,000 a month. Option A, she pays it. She'd need $68,000 in cash or a loan. If she had that comfortably, she wouldn't be watching this video. Option B, she lists it. The market already discounts for the assessment. Call it around $205,000. 6 months of HOA and installments while it sits, closing costs, concessions. And if a buyer survives the bank's building review, she walks away with roughly $97,000. After half a year of paying and praying. Option C, she sells for cash, as is. Around $195,000. with the buyer taking the assessment. Closes in about 3 weeks. No more monthly bleeding. She walks away with about $110,000, certain, fast, done. For Maria, C wins more money and 5 months sooner. But if you can carry your assessment, option A is yours, and I'll tell you so. That's the whole point. You don't need a lecture. You need your numbers. So here's what I'll do. Send me your letter. I'll break it down line by line for free. English, O and español. Call or text 305-699-9763 or go to homerescueteam.net. And if this helped, subscribe. Every week, I break down another way Florida homeowners get stuck and how they get out. I'm Anthony Astolfi. I'll see you in the next one.